Have to explain something that's been in the works for quite a while. That's
Rub-a-dub-dub, it's time to drop.
this guy in this blue Honda Civic or whatever the hell it was decided that we were going too slow. So I don't know if this is a Midwest thing, but it's not every morning we wake up in a parking lot. Apparently this is not a festival, it's actually, we are ordering off the secret menu. Meet the newest. So we're having to say goodbye to McCoy Flats. It's a little early in the morning. So we have a long travel day today, folks. So we didn't get much sleep last night. We got up at 6 o'clock in the morning and went to bed at like 11 or so. But we got a long drive day and we're heading to Idaho Falls. So we'll explain some of that once we get in the car as to why we decided to go up to Idaho Falls. It was always kind of on the agenda, but at a different timing. We're way ahead of our friends that we're going to be catching up with, but we'll have to explain something that's been in the works for quite a while that's going to make traveling a little bit easier for us in the future, especially when we're in the more metropolitan areas. But yeah, here we go. Say goodbye to McCoy Flats, everyone. Michelle's just got to get the ramps out from underneath the tires, and we're heading out. Checking in on drive day, everyone. We are many hours into our 8-hour drive or so. I think it's going to end up being closer probably to 6. Oh, Marley wants to make an appearance. There he is.
He always wants to know who we're talking to.
Yeah, he's always checking. Anytime we talk, he gets up and thinks, oh, who are they talking to?
Who's here?
So we are just north of Ogden, Utah. We are on our way towards Pocatello. And you know, with all the thousands and thousands of miles that we have driven in the last 5 years, we just had an experience for the very first time. We're here on the interstate. The speed limit's 80 miles an hour here, which is obviously not ideal for an RV, but we travel at about 60. We don't go much faster than that. That's perfect for us. But apparently this guy in this blue Honda Civic or whatever the hell it was decided that we were going too slow, and the traffic on the passing lane was apparently going too slow for him. So this asshat passed on the berm. All right, we're back. That was an audio tour. I'll have to listen to that here in a minute. But he decided he was going to pass over on the breakdown lane, or whatever you want to call it, the berm, at like 90 miles an hour. So
And he kept on going.
yeah, I think I've got it on both the rear camera. I'm gonna have to see if I can pull the video. I've never tried pulling video off of our rear camera, but I'm definitely gonna get it off of the dash cam if I can figure out, you know, the moment in which that idiot decided that that was the appropriate way to pass. But scared the bejesus out of me, because you don't expect some asshole to be flying up on the right hand side. So but yeah, we got about 2 hours left to our destination, and once we get there, we'll kind of explain what's going on and what we've been working on since actually late last year, and slash early this year. It's been a process, so we'll try to explain all of that. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. So it was a long drive day, and we took a little time to get settled in, but it's not every morning we wake up in a parking lot. But let me tell you why. So as you can see, we are here in Idaho Falls and have parked in the Elks Lodge parking lot. So little history here. We have several friends that are Elks members, and they have for years been telling us that we ought to think about joining. And after sitting down with several of them this past winter, we decided it was probably time to pull the trigger. There are 2,200 Elks lodges across the United States, and many of them, probably at least 75% of them, allow RV camping in their parking lot. Sometimes they have hookups like we do here today. We actually have electric and water. And sometimes it's just boondocking, which is perfectly fine for us as well. But it gives us another alternative, especially when we're in some of the more busy metropolitan areas. The thing that really triggered this decision this year was that we are planning to go up to see my family in Bellingham, Washington. And the last time we were there in 2021, we had to stay in an RV park just for one night because that's all we could afford, really, because it's $100 plus a night for an RV park in Bellingham. And there is an Elks Lodge there. They don't have any hookups, but they allow boondocking for a donation. And from what I understand, typically donations are somewhere between $10 to $20 a night, which is awesome because it's only 6 miles from my aunt and uncle's house. But here in Idaho Falls, we have electric and water. It is $20 a night, so we're going to stay for 6 nights. Part of the reason we're staying here is that my orientation is actually tonight, which is a Friday, and then on the Tuesday, right after Memorial Day, which is about 5 or 6 days away, I am actually going to have my induction into the Elks Lodge. And little recap history here. I've been trying to find an Elks Lodge that would accept me. We only need to do it for one person. And one of the caveats is sometimes the application and processing takes a while. And so we had started this when we were heading to Texas for gate guarding. We were hoping to try to find an Elks Lodge down there to join. However, that was not, we didn't find one that was willing to accept us. Most times you're supposed to live in the area that you join the lodge at, and then you have access to all the other lodges. But this time, we decided to reach out to about, I think I emailed probably 10 to 15 different Elks Lodges in the areas where we were going to be going. Originally, we planned on joining in Colorado. I had in advance talked to one of the lodges there. I won't get into which one because it fell through and I wasn't very satisfied with how things went. But what I ended up doing is reaching out to several of them in Idaho and Montana, knowing that we were coming up this way. And we did it in a point where we were well enough in advance to be able to fill out the application, go through the background check, also be able to have it read at the Elks meetings so that we could get it approved. Long story short, about a month and a half to 2 months ago, I reached out to the Idaho Falls. They said, hey, we're cool with you being in a full-time RVer, even though you don't live in the area. We'd love to have you. Filled out the application. They read it at one of the meetings. It initially got approved. I went through the background check, got approved. Then they read it again, and it was finally accepted for my application about a week ago. Michelle and I came up and decided, let's just stay at the lodge. They said we could, even though we weren't officially members yet. And we can camp here for the next 6 nights. I can go to orientation tonight, and then I can do my induction on Tuesday, and we're good to go. And then we have access to all the Elks Lodges across the country. We actually went in and had dinner last night. They don't have a restaurant at this one. Sometimes they do. They just had bar food, but Michelle and I had bar food last night. Burgers, basically. I had a patty melt. She had a hamburger with waffle fries and tater tots. The food was excellent. Met a great guy named Kurt, who has been an active member for a long time, actually has an RV and stays down in Lake Havasu during the winter, and then happened to meet our neighbor here in the camping area, and his name's Alan. He's got a cool website and YouTube channel. rvacrossamerica.net is his website. His name's Alan Sills. super, super knowledgeable when it comes to everything RV. He worked in the industry. He has a concierge service helping people sell and find the perfect RV for them. I had a lot of questions. We sat down and talked about, you know, good brands, bad brands, etc. So it was super nice to meet him. He's going to be here for a few more nights, so I'm sure we're going to hang out with him as well. But yeah, so we are soon to be, or I am soon to be, an Elks member. It really gives us more flexibility when it comes to busy areas that are hard to find campsites and don't have any boondocking, especially in the more metropolitan areas. Seattle, or the state of Washington, has, I think, almost 20 Elks lodges. Many of them are where all my family is, so that's perfect for us. So that's what we're doing, folks. We're here just for 6 days, and then we're heading off to a next boondocking spot. But we'll show you what we're going to do here and tell you a little bit more about our adventures in Idaho Falls. Welcome to Idaho Falls. Michelle's here with me.
Yes, I'm so excited. I definitely wanted to go here.
So hopefully you can hear us. I don't have the mics on, and obviously the waterfall in the background is very loud, but hopefully it's hitting from this front camera. But we decided to come down. Today is Saturday before Memorial Day. We decided to come down to downtown Idaho Falls and explore a little bit. Turns out they're having a festival or something, so we're gonna walk over that direction. And we got very lucky. We'll just go this way. We got very lucky and found a parking spot like right at the falls. So somebody must have just left.
Yeah, it's super busy.
Yeah, the town is very, very busy. So we ran a few errands this morning before we came. We went and picked up our Amazon order from UPS store. Got a chance to talk to our friends, Carlos and Rose, who we hopefully are going to be meeting back up with once we get up towards Montana and Glacier, but more on that later. But yeah, we're gonna go explore downtown and see what it has to offer, and might stop for a bit of a lunch in a little bit.
Hey!
So we're literally down here with thousands of people, and turns out that our neighbor there at the in the parking lot of the Elks Lodge just literally rode past us on his bike. So we stopped and said hi. So apparently this is not a festival, it's actually the weekly farmers market. He said it's one of the best in the country, and he's traveled a ton.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, so we're excited to head over here and check it out. He said the best time to come is first thing in the morning when all the freshest produce is already out. But that's okay, we don't eat a lot of vegetables or fruits. Oh, fruits we do, but not vegetables. Hoping to find something.
Ran out of bags tonight. I have a couple of your paper towels. Is that okay? Thank you.
All right, folks. Now that's a farmer's market.
No doubt. Booth after booth after booth.
Yeah, lots and tons of options.
Yeah.
Food overload. We didn't buy any. I mean, we got some donuts, but we're gonna show you those later. But
Yeah.
they're for tomorrow. Actually, we're gonna head back and try to go find a place to eat lunch. We could have eaten 1,000 things there, but decided I didn't want to walk around eating it. But 2 thumbs up to the Idaho Falls farmers market. It's huge, busiest one I've ever seen. Now granted, it's also Memorial Day, but from what I hear, it's pretty common to be that busy. And we also got a little bit of face lotion. I'll have to show you what I got, because it's all the rage now, so I figured I'd give it a try and, you know, try to brighten up my face for you fans.
Right?
This must be where all the groundhogs are. There's one sitting there. Let me see if I can get a picture of him for you guys. We just walked past an area that was down closer to the water, and there was like 5 of them all just hanging out. He could care less that we were here. So we're just walking along the Greenbelt Parkway, or whatever they call it. What do they call this? The Greenbelt Parkway?
I think so, yes.
Greenbelt Trail, that's what they call it, Greenbelt Trail. And we're walking down to go get some lunch. We decided that we're going to stop by one of our favorite chain restaurants because there's something we've been wanting to try. Our friends that we gate guarded with in Texas, G&G, Geraldine and Gerald, suggested that we try this. Now, the actual food we've gotten before, but not the special dipping sauce.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that. We'll show you what it is once we get there.
Rub-a-dub-dub, it's time to rub.
So we are ordering off the secret menu. Shout out to Geraldine who told us about this. So we love their cheese curds, and normally you get the Southwestern Ranch, I think you can see that, with it, but this time off the secret menu they don't tell anybody about caramel dipping sauce. Ooh, it smells like she said, it smells like fair food. So we're gonna give that a try. Let's see, and then Michelle will go next. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like it almost makes it taste like a waffle or elephant ear.
Elephant ear?
All right, try it
And I
yourself.
love elephant ears. All right, we'll see what all the buzz is about. Oh my God. It takes it a minute, but then it just saturates your mouth. It reminds me of an elephant ear.
So Michelle got the chicken wrap, and I got the traditional wings with salt and vinegar and ranch, along with the new limited time barbecue ranch sauce seasoning. So I'm gonna try that. It might be a little too spicy. Smells good. We'll keep you guys updated. Really enjoying our wings and Michelle's wrap.
Oh yeah, so good.
So I don't know if this is a Midwest thing, but I have in my entire life referred to this restaurant as BW3. And I know the name is officially Buffalo Wild Wings. But the fact is, it used to be called Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck. And Weck was a sandwich, a chicken sandwich that they used to sell in the early days. So that's how it became BW3, was the 3 W's. But then at some point, I don't know what year, they dropped the Weck. And obviously you can't buy it anymore from the restaurant. I don't even know what was on it. I'll have to look that up at some point. But yeah, so I still refer to it as BW3, but some people are like, why do you call it BW3? So what do you guys call it? Put it in the comments below. Do you call it BW3? Do you call it Buffalo Wild Wings? Or BW? I don't know what the other alternative would be. 2 thumbs up to Idaho Falls BW3s.
We got there just in the nick of time.
Yeah, super fast service. You know, sometimes when we go into some of them, sometimes the service is horrible.
So slow.
I mean, we haven't been to one in 7 or 8 months,
Yeah.
but this one, I mean, our food was out there within like 5 minutes. So it was fantastic. The waitress Haley was fantastic as well. Highly recommend this one if you guys are in the area. And that barbecue ranch seasoning or sauce, usually I get sweet barbecue because I'm a sissy, but that's barbecue ranch was a little peppery, but it was so good. That might be my new favorite one, other than the salt and vinegar. So we're walking down, we're gonna go check out the Japanese garden and show you guys a little bit about that. So this Japanese garden is pretty awesome. You know, they've put in all these stepping stones along the way where you can kind of walk across the water features. They've got little creeks and rivers running down. This is all just right here in downtown Idaho Falls. Definitely worth the trip. And one of my favorite trees, the Japanese maple. We actually had one of these in our backyard. If you guys knew us before we were the Wandering Shores, you'll know we actually had a koi pond in our backyard, and one of those Japanese maples was planted there in that. I'll see if I can dig up an old video of it, but I was just telling them about our old koi pond.
We loved our koi pond.
Yeah, we dug it by hand during right after our wedding.
Yeah, Kyle went to a pond building class.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
because he wanted to build one for our house.
Yeah, so we had multiple generations of koi, because we came home one day and blue heron had landed in our backyard and killed them all, picked them dry. So we ended up having to get new ones, and they were fairly big. They were at least, some of them were like 12 inches at the time. Then we got smart and put like this fake floating alligator in the water, which I don't know how much it worked, but then we got almost this invisible net that you put over top of it, and that helped obviously protect it. But then you'd have to go out there every so often during the fall and blow it off with the leaf blower, because it trapped all the leaves. But it's better than putting the leaves in the strainer basket at the end. So our cats loved it. They'd sit right there at the window and stare out at it and listen to the frogs chirping and stuff. So we really enjoyed that. So I'll see if I can find a video of it, and if I can, I'll drop it in here for you guys to see exactly what we're talking about. That's right, folks, we got ourselves some Amish donuts yesterday. These are peanut butter with fresh peanuts on the top as well. So I don't know if you can see that through the air fryer right now, but it's just in there getting warmed up. Marley joined us to watch us eat the new Amish donuts that we got.
Check out that yummy
We've got them all heated up, so let's try it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. They're not as sweet as regular donuts are. I like it a lot.
They're good. We tried getting Amish donuts when we were in Quartzsite, but we waited. Well, I went, he wasn't there, but it was late in the afternoon and they had already closed. So
they had sold out. I really like these. These are peanut butter, and I guess...
Yeah, these are chopped up peanuts.
I guess maybe they're glazed with peanut butter too. Man, they're good, and they're not as sweet as like Krispy Kremes or something. So, top notch. Glad we made it to the farmer's market and found this place. Unfortunately, we won't be here next Saturday, or we might go back and get some more.